Hi, I'm Saremy, and I want to introduce you to my new fitting series, Fitopedia. I'll be releasing fitting tutorials in sections. Each section will be devoted to a part of the body. My first section is all about the back. It's one of the first areas I fit since many solutions can affect the front. But guess what? You can do most of the fitting solutions for the back on the front. In this video, I want to go over a few things about this series as a reference for you. First of all, why haven't I taught fitting until now? As you know, I don't do a lot of fitting on my channel. I have only been working in the home sewing world the last 5 years, and it was eye-opening to see how different it is to the garment industry. I've learned so much from all of you about how things are done in this space, and some of those things I've adopted myself. I don't have to production sew anymore or create patterns that will only be production sewn. And the home sewing world offers so many freedoms and process-oriented methods that I've really enjoyed diving into. One big difference I noticed quickly is how fitting is discussed in the home sewing space. We all want clothes that fit, and many of us sew because we want our clothes to fit us a particular way. Heck, sometimes we'll settle for just fitting us at all. I worked as a pattern drafter and a designer for women's, men's, children's, and outerwear in all those markets. In all the companies I worked for, fit was handled quite a bit differently than it is for home sewing. I didn't even know what an FBA was when I started live streaming here. If we needed to alter the bust, we altered it. There wasn't a cool name or title for it, and we altered it differently with the same result you get in the home sewing world. That was eye-opening. It stopped me from fitting things in an instructional way on my channel since I wasn't sure if my language could make sense. I didn't want to muddle it up or make it even more confusing. But I love all the fit solutions I see in the home sewing world because I see the advantage to how they teach it. And if I'm being fully transparent, I don't think you need to fit everything. Fit things to bring you comfort. You've seen me sew hundreds of things on my channel, and I rarely fit them. And yes, many of my sewn garments do have some fit issues, but I don't think they all have to be addressed. But if you want to, hopefully I can help a little. I decided to tackle fitting because maybe some of the way I do things will speak to you. It was hard to design my Fitopedia in a way that doesn't reinvent anything, but still builds on a lot of what you know already. But I think I've got a great blend of practical knowledge to take the scare out of fitting and make you tackle it head on. One of the biggest things that deterred me from fitting with you has been the language surrounding fitting solutions in the home sewing world. Round back adjustment, full belly adjustment, hip tilt. There was nothing wrong with these titles as an accuracy point. However, I felt like it left a gap. It made it seem like those were the only adjustments there are, only the ones with names. And it also felt a little like a diagnosis. I'm not here to tell you what you are. I'm here to help you discover what the pattern needs in order to fit you. You may need a rounded back adjustment, but you may not have a rounded back. It may mean the pattern was designed for a wearer that has an extremely flat back. When I told you back in that video that patterns often fit the designer best, I wasn't exaggerating. It's the same in the garment industry. You've probably heard me say, just pinch and pull. That's what I like to do, pinch and pull. Fitting can be overwhelming. There are so many possibilities, but let me tell you, if it works, it's right. What I mean by this is just try something. Pinch the fabric, let the fabric out. That's all. The trick is knowing how to deal with that pinch or that release. You don't have to use a named adjustment. Fitting is infinite. If it works and you get the result you want and you're able to deal with the pattern, it's correct. Think of fitting as draping. You have left the world of flat paper and you're working in 3D now, but you still need to get that adjustment onto your flat paper. And that's where I hope to help you and inspire you with ways to handle these adjustments. I decided to stick with a lot of the same language the home sewing world uses for adjustments. It's good to have a good base and parameters, and I stuck with how many of them are executed. But along the way, I hope you'll tune in and watch me fit different things and show you how to take these adjustments and tweak them to fit your needs. All of the issues and solutions work for women and men and any body type. You can make these adjustments on patterns made with stretch fabric and non-stretch fabric. Yep, that's right. And every solution takes into account if your pattern is on the fold or has a center back seam. All the bases are covered. All right, let me tell you about the PDF guide. The PDF guide is central to this series. It will help you find the adjustment you want, serve as a quick reference, and link to all the videos. The guide is organized by sections of the body and broken down into circumference, length, and shaping issues. You may not know that's what you need, but you'll figure it out. The PDF guide also clearly illustrates the solution for both directions, so it will have the tight and loose solution, or the flat and rounded solution, and so on. It also tells you the consequences of this solution. If you do this change, what else should you fix so your pattern still sews together? And sometimes it will show you how to address this consequence if it needs some explanation. This PDF will also be updated, so when you get yours, be sure to create an account so that you get updates. I don't have a newsletter list or any marketing ploys on my website. Don't worry. Just create the account to get the update. I will be listening to you, adjusting the guide, enhancing it, and reacting to your needs. I won't bombard you with updates, but I'd like to give you one now and again. Plus, each time there is a new section added, I'll let you know. New sections will slide right behind the previous sections, and any new table of contents will slide right behind the other table of contents. Okay. About the videos. The videos are going to be organized by the armhole. I'll show you an issue on a garment with a set-in sleeve and how to solve it. But let's say you were searching for a solution. You'd probably be looking for a solution specific to your garment. So if you have some tightness across your upper back on a raglan garment you're making, you can use the raglan video to find some solutions to all sorts of fitting issues, not just one. This also means you won't have to watch the videos that don't pertain to your fitting issue. All the videos are linked in the PDF directly from the fit issue, and there's a whole list at the end of each section. We're starting with the back, then moving on to neck and shoulders, the front, circumference and length, sleeves, and pants. Oh yeah, I'm not skipping pants. I look forward to this new chapter of the So Live channel. There will be occasional short live streams exploring fit issues, combinations of fit issues, real life garments, or maybe just how to determine the issue that you have. But remember, pinch and pull, as I like to say. Basically, pinch the fabric and release the fabric where you need, and use the guide for solutions on how to get the result you want. Once you've pinched and pulled, you can look at the guide and kind of see, okay, maybe I could use this to get rid of this fabric over here, or maybe I don't want to affect this seam over here. I'd rather deal with it through this way. You can look at solutions and kind of use them to your advantage to solve the issues that you're discovering yourself. You don't have to use them as a named solution. Just use what works for you and use it based on what you need. Is your garment on the fold? Does it have a center back seam? Do you not want to adjust the shoulder? Do you not want to affect the armhole? You can look for the solutions that allow you to make these adjustments so that you're not affecting these seams, and maybe you even discover some new ones yourself. For some practical help on how to tackle fitting and fixing patterns, please be sure to watch the fitting and drafting basics video linked at the end of this video, and it's also linked in the description. This way, the same information won't have to be repeated in every single fitting video, giving you a concise and direct explanation. You'll get the hang of it in no time, and I'll still give you reminders. Don't forget to pick up your copy of the PDF. It's linked in the description. You can find it on my website at soso.live under the new tab, Fitopedia. All right, let's fit.